Welcome back, everybody, to Rockin' Bears. What do you think for Week 15? Rock, what do you guys sort for us?
I'm
this week?
telling you what, with 3 weeks left, this is really going to get exciting. I think 3 or 4 playoff spots or home field will be determined in Week 17. So it's going to be exciting. Matt, take it away, man.
It's getting good. With the first game of the exciting Week 15, we have the Jets going to see Baltimore. The Jets, they're going to have their hands full of Baltimore. I think Baltimore's going to win on the ground. I think they're going to find a way to find some weakness in their defense in the air. Lamar's not 100%, but I'll take Baltimore. And a win, I don't know if it's going to be a cover. I think it might be a touchdown or two.
Well, hey,
What do you think?
the Jets have won 4 out of 5. All right? Now, that doesn't mean anything. They're on the road at Baltimore. 15's too many. I'm going to go with Matt. Baltimore wins with a no cover.
Alrighty.
He's got 16.5. I got 15.
Alrighty, we'll see. Seattle's going to see Carolina in the next game. Seattle, they're ready to get their playoff drive going. They look good all season. I think they're going to get the job done against Carolina. They're going to win. They're going to cover the 6 points. Carolina can't stop the run. So I'm going to, Seattle all day. Rock, what do you think?
Well, Riverboat Ron is gone. Not that the players have given up, but Seattle. This is the East Coast West Coast thing. Seattle's just getting 4, I'm sorry, Carolina's getting 4. 6 because he's up to date. I'll take Seattle with a cover.
Alrighty. Head on to the third game. We got Philly going to Washington. Interdivision for sure. Philly, no Jeffries. Their new running back is going to give them a chance to run and pass a little bit. I think Ertz will have 2 touchdowns. So I think Philly's going to take the game on the road against Washington and cover the 4. Rock, what do you think?
Is the new running back? That's not Howard from the Bears.
No, I didn't get his name. Johnson, I think.
Somebody new, huh?
Number 35.
Well,
He had
Haskins.
6 catches last week for 69 yards.
Wow.
It's about
You know,
about
with
10
that
pops.
sloppy first half versus the Giants, Philadelphia was lucky they were at home. You know, it's a 4.5 point line or 6, whatever you have. Because Carson Wentz throws too many grounders, I'm going with Washington.
Yeah. Alrighty, we'll see. We got a different one that game.
Of course.
All right, Houston going to see Tennessee in one of the biggest games of the week.
Yeah.
Houston, they struggle against the pass. They're 29th in the NFL, so I think that's going to give the chance for Tannehill to do what he's been doing since they put him in and command the game in the air. Henry's going to command the ground. If he gets 100 yards, it's a big win for Tennessee. Houston, they need 4 touchdowns to have any chance. Tennessee's going to win and cover up. What do you think?
Well, this is a game that I would not pick until I found out if Fuller was playing. Fuller had 200 yards, 2 out of the last 4 games, 4 touchdowns. They need that second threat. And their defense hasn't been that good. Tennessee's given up 3. Right now, I would have to take Tennessee, giving up the 3.
All right, Tennessee giving up 3. Moving on to a game that's not as important. Miami's going to see the Giants. Both these teams are going to have top draft picks. I think Manning's going to win this game. This is farewell, his last game at home, to get an even 500 on his career. So I'm taking the Giants to win in a squeaker. Rock, what do you think?
Eli's leaving. And like I said, Eli and the Red Rifle are going to be traded for a 3rd or 4th round draft pick because there's 5 good quarterbacks coming out of the NCAA, and they need that mentor with prior success. Not that Dalton's been very
He doesn't
successful.
have 2 rings like Eli does.
Yeah, but yes, I agree. The Giants are giving up 3 and 5. They're giving up 3.5. Miami, as much as I like the bearded one, I gotta go with Eli.
Alrighty. Moving on to a game that's interdivision, a big game. Denver is going to Kansas City. Denver with Locke, they're 2-0 with their rookie quarterback for the first time since John Elway. So he's showing some signs, maybe not this season, but next season he might have a way to get things done.
Yeah.
Kansas City, they're playing for this season. Patrick Mahomes is bruised up, but I don't think he's going to have his 4th bad game in a row. Kansas City's going to win, maybe by a touchdown here. We'll have to see if it's a cover at 9.5. I'm saying no. What do you think?
Well, you've got everybody healthy with Kansas City. You've got that super tight end. You've got Tyreek Hill, and you've got if what's his name doesn't fumble, LaShawn McCoy, and Kansas City can get their running game back, they win this game by 21. They're going to cover the 9.5 anyway. and I'm taking Kansas City big time.
All right, Kansas City, big time.
Yes, sir.
Agree. All right, another interdivision game. We got Chicago going to see Green Bay. The Packers at Lambeau. I'm taking that. I think that's going to be it. Mitch, I think he's going to chill out. He's shown some good signs of promise, but I don't think he's going to have a big game at Lambeau Field this late in the season. Rock, what do you think?
Well, here's the deal. What I'm seeing today is Akeem Nicks is not ruled out. So if you've got Nicks with Malik, then you've got Aaron Rodgers. Look out, Aaron. Okay, just look out. And the Bears have won. Mitch has thrown 3 touchdowns every game for the last 3 games. But I think they're gelling. I think they got some good offensive tools.
Okay.
I think they're on a roll. I'm taking the Bears. Of course, I'm taking the 4.5, and I'm taking the money line for the upset.
Alrighty.
The Bears.
Bears. All right, from Green Bay to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's going to Ford Field to go see Detroit. Tampa Bay, they're getting a lot done in the air. They give the ball away a lot, so there's kind of an imbalance there. But with their top in the NFL rush defense, I think that's going to shut down Detroit. Detroit's going to have to be forced to beat them in the air, which I don't think they can do in a shootout with Tampa. So I'm taking the Bucks, big, by 10.
Ooh! I'm taking Detroit simply because they're playing for pride. They've got a good defense with that old bearded guy that used to coach for Parcells.
Patricia.
And they've got Galloway, they've got
They have
Marvin
tools.
Jones, they've got Carrion may even be back. So I'm taking.
It doesn't matter. Tampa Bay's top NFL rush defense. Doesn't matter who's lined
Hey,
up.
I think Tampa Bay's given up. I think they're going to go into Detroit and they're going to go
Mike
to.
Evans is questionable too.
I
with
think
the
they're.
hamstring.
I think they're going to go into Detroit and look for a car show for 2020. So therefore, I'm taking Detroit to win this one outright.
Alrighty, a game that's also a big dog versus a little dog. New England's going to see Cincinnati. Cincinnati has the number 1 pick in the draft right now. They're really only playing for pride. New England's, they have been embarrassed 2 weeks in a row, so I think they need this win. I think New England's going to take this game 9.5. It's a 50-50 in the cover, no cover. There could be a weird touchdown here and there. But I think New England's going to win this game, maybe cover the 9.5. Rock, what do you think?
Well, after a loss at home to Kansas City, I've never seen New England get nabbed because usually they don't lose very much, right? Now, after they got their butts kicked, but Kansas City had a convincing win, okay? And I'm going to say that the cheaters come back and win by 20.
Yep.
And that would be New England, just in case anyone doesn't know who the cheaters are.
Yeah, check the film.
Check the film.
Check the film.
Oh, boy.
Jacksonville's going to see Oakland. East is heading west. Jacobs should be back, so that gives Oakland all the tools they need to run all over Jacksonville's terrible rushing defense. They should run away with it. Rock, what do you think? Cover the 6.5.
But Oakland also gives up 141 yards per game rushing. All right, so Minshew versus Derek Carr, 6.5's too many. I think Oak wins, but that's a definite no cover. That's a 3-point game.
All right, I did have a no cover here at first, but I changed my mind after
All right.
I got to hype myself up. Cleveland's going to see Arizona. I think Baker's been better at commercials lately than football, but I think this is his week to come back and show that he is a player, not just an actor. So I think he's going to take the game from Arizona. They're with their defense just letting anybody do what they want all season. So Cleveland's my pick, Rock. What do you think?
You know what I wonder about Mayfield? How many years contract did he get being that actor? Because he's been pretty good. Now, the team's been good. Chubb's been doing great. Everybody's been doing great except Freddie Kitchens. And, I mean, that's a weak division, other than Baltimore. I mean, Pittsburgh's playing well. But pertaining to Cleveland winning on the road and that mobile quarterback on Arizona, Kyler, 2.5's not enough. I'm taking Cleveland to win and cover.
Alrighty.
Although I think Arizona had, with Cliff Kingsbury, I think Arizona has a future, although that's such a tough division. Moving on.
We're moving on. All right. The next game we have on our plates is Minnesota going to see the Chargers. Minnesota, I think they're going to be schooling up against the Chargers, and I think they're going to cook Phillip Rivers and company because they need it. They're looking at the playoffs. Chargers, I don't think they have a chance really. I mean, they're good against the deep pass, but Minnesota's the best at the deep pass. So
Well,
It's gonna be a great
all
matchup.
right, having been to San Diego and seeing them whoop on the Packers and Bosa and you know, Rivers doesn't give up. He's a competitor. He screams and he yells. The Chargers are only getting 2.5, which I think is kind of low. Here's the prediction: Bosa ends Kirk Cousins' career this game.
All right.
Chargers win outright.
Okay, an upset. We got the next game. We got Atlanta hoping to upset San Francisco. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they had a big win. I think they might relax a little bit. So I think San Francisco is going to win a game against an Atlanta team that's hot at the end of the season. I think it's going to be maybe a 7-point game. I think 11 might be too much. So I'm taking San Francisco to win, but no cover. Rock, what do you think?
Disagree. Not so fast, son. Not so fast, son. Number one, San Francisco wants to show that great New Orleans win. You could have a letdown, but they're home, right?
Right.
So
They're comfortable now.
they want to show Seattle, and they want to show the Rams, hey, we're going to win this division, and we're going to get home field, and we're going to play New Orleans to see who goes to the Super Bowl. So I'm taking San Francisco large.
San Francisco large. All right.
Large.
We'll see what pans out.
All right.
We got the last game of Sunday afternoon. Is going to be the Rams going to see Dallas. They're going to Jerry World. I think the Rams have found their groove. And if Gurley gets 20 plus touches like he has for the past 3 weeks, and they've been winning like they've been winning, he's finally hot. The Cowboys have been embarrassed over the past couple of weeks, and they're 0-6 versus teams that are below 500, above 500.
Absolutely.
So I think Dallas is going to have their plates full hosting the Rams. So I'm taking the Rams big. Rock, what do you think?
Well, here's the thing. Since Jalen Ramsey got here 7 games ago, they lead the league in sacks.
Yep.
They're giving up the least points, 15 points per game. All right?
Okay.
And I candidly, you know what I think about Jason Garrett. They've quit on him. Jared Goff would have to make 3 turnovers for the Cowboys to have a chance. I'm taking the Rams to win big.
All right, we agree on that one.
Yes, sir.
And on a Sunday night, another big game is Buffalo going to see Pittsburgh. Buffalo, they're up the Pats' ass right now. They're smelling for that spot. I think they had a good show versus Baltimore, even though it was a loss. Pittsburgh, they have the most takeaways in the NFL. They're going to get takeaways. They have the home field advantage, so Pittsburgh's going to win this game and by a field goal. It's going to be a good game. Rock, what do you think?
Well, you know what? What's funny is this new quarterback, Devin Hodge, that took Rudolph's place. He's 3-0. He's got a better quarterback rating than Josh Allen. Okay? Josh Allen has better rushing, better touchdowns, but not at. And
Those are all things that over the season.
Hey, who's Mike Tomlin? Is he my favorite coach? Yes, he is. Does Pittsburgh win this game at home and cover the 1.5? Yes, they do.
Tommy boy.
Pittsburgh, 2 tickets to Pittsburgh. It's an old joke from the olden days.
Tickets to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. All right. Indianapolis is going to New Orleans. New Orleans, they're ready for redemption. They had a great game, hard-fought battle with San Francisco. Everybody put up a lot of points. So I think New Orleans is going to also put up 30 points again this week. The defense is going to get the win for them. Brissett needs the biggest game of his career to get this game on the road against New Orleans. They're going to win and maybe cover 9. I think it might be a closer game than we think. Maybe a touchdown game. Rock, what do you think?
Well, still playing for home field versus the Packers or the Niners or Seattle or whoever, right? This is a big game for New Orleans. Of course, they're going to win the game, but here's what I'm thinking: Brissett and Mack. I think this is going to go down to that fourth quarter field goal.
Okay.
New Orleans lost last week on that field goal,
Yep.
but Indy's better than you think. So is Houston. So is Tennessee. That division has really gotten tough, and watch out for them next year. And watch out for them. Who wants to play in the playoffs? Who wants to play Houston? Nobody. Who wants to play Tennessee? Nobody.
Right.
One of those teams is going to be a wild card. Pittsburgh hopefully will be a wild card. Okay, so Indy's going to win that division, and the NFC is going to be fighting it out between Green Bay, Minnesota, and the Bears, maybe, and of course Seattle, San Francisco, and the Rams. So it's going to be real exciting. I've got the schedules written out, but we're running out of time.
All right, guys, tune in next week for Week 16. Comment below and let us know how you did.